There we are.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Nothing much. Keeping busy. Just got home.
So, guys, I know you can see a new face on the screen. Um, this is Ren Cinco, who to me has become part of Big Sexy Outdoors. He has been involved in, I think, every contest. He's always on our Facebook page sending videos, and we love having him. Um, and Ren and his buddy Seth, we have sponsored in a bass fishing tournament last weekend. You guys
Mm-hmm.
can see that cool gear. I don't know if you can check that gear out, but he's wearing that cool hat
I was gonna say.
and that cool shirt. Yeah. So we'll get to Ren here. I just wanted to introduce him quick. We're gonna
Mhm.
one thing we had for you guys is Chris. We didn't have many photos, so pull your photos up quick.
I don't have them downloaded yet. Shh! Don't tell anybody.
Oh, all right, Chris. We're not gonna do that yet.
Oh, good. I was worried because
Yeah. So I'll tell you what we'll do, Chris. We're gonna spin the wheel.
okay.
Let's spin the wheel while you're
What's
doing
the-
that. Let me
what's
get
the wheel
screen sharing up.
What's the wheel spinning for?
So the wheel spinning, of course, is it's the first Monday of the month. August 1st, we are, right? First Monday of the month. We
Yeah.
have a bunch of photos that have been, let me tell you that this is the most names that we have on a wheel yet. So each month we're growing. Each
Yeah.
month we're gaining. And I'm excited about that. And to be honest with you, we get too much closer. We're going to have to give away a chair.
I know.
So we're just about at the level we got to give away a heated chair, and I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hop in here. Give me 1 second, everybody. We're going to get this shared wheel going. I got to share my screen. Thank God Chris showed me all this, or I wouldn't be smart enough. So
There we
let me
go.
know. Can you guys see my screen?
yeah, we got you.
All righty. So here we go. You guys take a look up here. I have a ton of names. There is a ton. I'm actually going to pull my phone up as well. And we're going to put it right on Facebook so we don't have to guess who won because everybody always messages me. I'm going to pull Facebook Live while we're doing this. And I'm actually going to shoot this as we go. Give me
Hey,
one
there you
sec.
are. Pops says
And
hi. We had a hell of a weekend, didn't we, Pops? Speaking of, because the contest is about road trips. We had a hell of a one, but we'll get to that later. Oh, Ben,
yo,
I need you to send me the link to this wheel. Then
I got you, man. I got you.
is Pop's name on that list?
On this one, let me
I'd say it should be.
honestly, Chris, I'm sure it is, but we're
Tell
going to
us-
make sure.
You deleted how many names by accident right before you got on here?
It was 60 names, I think.
60 names accidentally deleted.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I almost cried.
So yeah, we got them back in though. We got them back in.
So we're going to spin this wheel if everybody's watching. Let me hit this live button. I want to make sure we got it for everybody on both. So it's time to spin the wheel.
Yep.
Guys, we're going to hit this button on 3, 2, 1. Kristen Furman, you are the winner of the half a dozen of flies in the case. Please contact Big Sexy Outdoors so we can
There
get
you
it
go.
shipped to you. And thank you very much for participating. All right, so that's huge. I love that. I
Yeah.
love the wheel. I love all the names on the wheel, guys. Big deal for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a huge deal for me. I'm gonna
Just
hit
a
stop
few more,
sharing
right?
so I can see your guys' pretty faces.
Eh,
And one more thing before we get to Ren. Chris, you have pictures?
yeah, I got them. Yep.
All right, so we're going to throw these pictures up. Title this week was Road Trip.
Yep.
We didn't, I'll be honest with you, I thought we'd have a lot of fun in this. We had 3 photos. I'm a little bummed by 3 photos,
Mm-hmm.
but we're going to show them right now. We want you to vote right now while we have Ren on the show. And in the comments section, as Chris shows them, he's going to call them 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
Comment. Let us know what you guys have going, and that will be our vote.
So we'll get this one, of course, number 1. Or you
And
can
yes,
call it
Pops,
Speed
your name
Forward.
was on that list. Just so Pops knows, his name was on that list. I just seen his comments. It definitely was. I made sure. I even added it a second time. And you still didn't win, Pops. I'm sorry. But
So again, if you want C4 to win, drop something in the old comments. There we go. Now, next one, number 2. We got the horse.
Chris, I can't see your photos, bro.
What? How did
Yeah, I
that
love
go?
you, bro. Hey, there's number 2.
You're number 2. What?
All
Let's put us on there because we're pretty. So this is C4, number 1. Let me know what you think of that.
That chubby
Right.
head looks familiar.
Oh yeah, definitely send me the rest of the pictures from the weekend because you have a lot more than I did because I was crazy busy, and you had more camera than I did. Oh man, you wait till we tell you the stories then. All right, so we got horse.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's 2, right?
Yep, that's number 2 to horse. If you like the horse one, drop a deuce
Yeah.
and don't drop a deuce. Put a 2 in there.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's not drop a deuce. That would be weird.
All right, and this one's number 3. What do we want to call this one? Is that Niagara
We're going
Falls?
to call this one. The guy said, Dustin, this was sent in by Dustin Holub, who said they're at Niagara Falls, I believe it was.
I thought that
So
was
call
Niagara.
that Falls. Or we'll say number 3,
Oh.
Falls.
Okay. Gotcha. I'll check on them then.
So that's your pictures for tonight. We're not going to look at it. We're going to watch your comments at the end. If nobody votes, as happens, Chris and I will select the photo. Actually, I'll tell you what. If nobody votes before Ren gets off, we're going to let Ren pick a photo.
There you go.
How's that? So if nobody votes, you guys better start voting.
All right.
All right. Now let's get to Ren. Ren, we spoke to you. You guys went out, did a Toys for Tots Bass tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we made sure you had some decals and gear. We also gave some, I believe we gave you a couple hats to give away and a couple jugs we made. How'd that go? How did that turn out?
That went great. Kids loved it. It was a hot, miserable day out. We walked up at the end and picked out some kids, handed them some stuff, put some smiles on their faces. All in all, it was a good experience and a good time with it.
Oh, that's awesome. I really appreciate you doing that for us. And I'm very happy that, I'm all about kids. If we can touch a kid in this, I'm all in. So thank God that.
Yeah, that's what it's about. I mean, they raised at the tournament, I believe it was a little over 5,200 on the day, and they filled like an 8-foot by 12-foot cargo trailer full of toys.
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
Had 49 boats. Some of them were two-person and 3-person teams. Boats
And
on.
did it matter how many were on a boat, like a 3-person limit?
I don't. Well, they were following game commission and boat commission rules. So if you fit 4 people on a boat, I don't see why you couldn't have 4 people. You know,
Okay, so basically it was just PGC rules.
pretty much. But Melting Pot Lures out of Selinsgrove hosted it again, and they already started booking boats for next year already.
I think that's awesome.
So that's a good time.
Especially that what the reason they do it. That's the biggest thing for me. It's the reason they're doing it.
Right.
And if you guys are interested in next year and putting your boat in, we got you back again.
Appreciate it.
So we'll definitely, Chris and I will definitely hook you up. We'll make sure we take care of you. Maybe next year we'll make you a cool shirt. We'll split it in half, and we'll do half Laughing Rogue and half Big Sexy Outdoors. We'll come up with something neat for next year.
There we go. I know my kid saw that sticker from Laughing Rogue, and she liked it.
Yeah.
Well, we're definitely, so we started a clothing line. So we can come up with Chris has some pretty cool designs we're going to be putting in this in the next month. And Chris actually purchased a website. Chris purchased it. I had nothing to do with it. It's Chris's gift to Big Sexy Outdoors. And so we're going to have a whole website up, a link you can go into to our clothing line. We're going to have it all. We're hoping within the month, I'm not going to lie to you, we have a lot going. I'm hoping within the month we can get that going. And, if not, it'll be a little later. But we will have it going so people can go in and check it out. I think you'll enjoy it, Ren. I know you're always into what we're doing.
I can always buy.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. There's a pause. My bad.
I said I can always use some more shirts.
So how many fish did you catch?
I had like 8 or 10, and the ones that I had that were measurable, they weren't weighable. I mean, I bet you I had, if I was lucky, a pound in fish. It was a weird bite all day. Seth started it off first thing in the morning with 2 fish that weren't even target fish. So I got the first one in the live well, and that was about it. I mean, a half a pound. I just turned and released it at the end of the day once we realized we weren't getting the bite. But it was a weird bite all around. A lot of the guys said the same thing.
So, you were there, you're part of it. The guy that won, what they win with? What was the poundage? How many?
I think it was 18-8 on the deck was what the first place team took. And I think the lunker was like almost 5 pounds. And then they had a side pot for lunker walleye. And a buddy of mine actually won that from Sunbury here. And that was like 1.5 pounds was the lunker walleye. I mean, a bunch of the veteran guys that fish all over the place, they said they were fishing the West Branch, and the fish they were catching were North Branch fish all day. So it was all around a weird bite. I threw everything I had in my tackle box, and the only thing they actually bid on were these little 3.5-inch shad minnows that came in our gift bag in the morning.
Get out! So it wasn't even what you guys had with you.
Nope, that was the only thing I was catching fish on. At one point, I felt bad for Seth. I said, the next one I catch, I'll let you reel it in. Because I was quite like there for a little bit. It was like one after another, and I'm like, but no, it was a good day. We started out with some boat troubles in the morning, but it wasn't nothing we couldn't get fixed and under control right away.
What happened to your boat in the morning?
It was electrical. It was real foggy down here. And you figure we were going to the river at 4 o'clock in the morning. So a lot of it was just moisture on fuses that wasn't passing to run the fish finders and the trolling motor and stuff. But once we got it all ironed out, we were good to go.
Now your tournament, where is that held? So people know. So each year, if anybody wants to join, where's that held at?
So Melting Pot Lures out of Selinsgrove. They host it. They have a Facebook page, Toys for Tots, and then you can go onto the Facebook page and register. But when you go over, you go into the marina and go to the left to the big boat launch. They do all the check-ins as you're going in the front road there, and then you back in, put your boat in, and you pretty much wait out till they're ready to go. And then everything's held right there off of that main boat launch on the Sunbury side of the river.
Now, you mentioned Pennsylvania Game Commission. I have to ask because I had boat, and I know that they seem to give me crap every time I went out. Are they sitting there, like, checking all the boats before they go out?
No, what the tournament host checks, make sure that there's nothing, like your typical going into a tournament, they'll check the live well, make sure you don't have anything in there. And then in order to register a boat, you have to show proof of insurance, and you have to have X amount of hundreds of thousands of dollars of liability insurance. And I mean, they dot their I's and cross their T's when it comes to that. And then while you're moving, you have to wear a life jacket. The only time you can take it off is when the motor's off, the gas power motor's off, and you're trolling.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as that motor fires up, you need to put your life vest on. If not, they'll disqualify you.
Oh, get out. So that's a safety rule just by them.
Yeah. And a lot of that still falls on certain, if I'm not mistaken, the way it reads, if you're under a certain footage on a boat, you need to have one all the time. And then you have to make sure you have your boater's license too to operate a boat.
I knew at a certain motor size and footage and level, now you have to have a boater's license, which I think is ridiculous, but I don't make the rules. But
it exempts people after a certain year.
Right. That's what I heard.
And now it's literally like a little driver's license. Yeah, I think it has your name and all your information on it. And then I laugh because I took that back when they first ever introduced it in Pennsylvania, and mine's just a little piece of paper with. They actually laminated it with like a masking tape right there when I got it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's they got to make their money somehow. They got to pay for all the repairs and all that stuff. So,
well, the whole world's filled with that, isn't it? Everybody got to make a dollar.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen Ren, but Barnes622, our buddy Dave just joined in on the comment section.
What's up, Dave?
Sure. So, Dave, you got anything you want to ask Ren while you're on here about his tournament this weekend? He'll pop up. Give him a minute. That guy's always involved. I want to beat him.
I just want to ask something quick.
Go ahead, Chris.
Was this the one at Shikellamy?
Yeah, the marina there.
Okay. I'm only asking because, again, I'm doing the tech stuff in the background. And I want to make sure, before I say anything, that we got the right pictures. Because I wanted to make sure this was the right one.
Dude, he's late to the show, Ren. You see his question, right? He's late to the show.
What'd you catch? Fish.
Fish. Birds. Deer.
Well, in Seth's case, he caught a lot of trees.
Were these some of the ones from that one?
We can't see it, buddy.
Yeah.
See, why does this keep doing it to me? This is why I drink heavily.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the trailer. That's the fish slide. So you'd actually, the live fish you'd bring in a wet bag, and then they pull them out, they weigh them, they put them back in, and then they take them over and actually dump them right in back down the slide and shoot them into the water. And all that water that's going down the slides, recycled water right from the river. So they pump it up from the river into a holding tank if there's a bunch of guys to weigh in. So the fish are constantly in water.
How many times did you go down the slide?
I didn't go down it at all.
Don't
After that day, I wish I would have got a bunch more pictures, but every time I'd go to look at my phone, it was off on temperature. It was just that darn hot.
Yeah.
So, but I think if you're on the Toys for Tots page, they got a bunch of good pictures.
That's what I was bringing up. Yeah. Some of these here. That should be cool. So yeah, I figured you'd let us know what's going on in these. And
those two right there, they're the ones that organize and run it.
Okay.
They're the melting pot lures. Small business, they make fishing lures right out of Selinsgrove.
I'll tell you what, Ren, if you know them people, get a hold of them. We'll get them on the show. Not only will they have them come on and tell us why they hold Toys for Tots and what their goal is, but we'll even help promote their lures. We like to help good people. That's what we like to do.
Yeah.
And we saw that one. So how much?
Now I'm assuming this is a trailer, Chris. Is that what you're seeing?
Yeah.
That's the toys. Some of the toys and stuff they put in there. So you figure there's probably half a dozen bicycles, plus everybody else that was bringing toys in. When I first got there, we got there like 3:30, 3:45 in the morning, and that the front half of that was already starting to be filled.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Man, some good pictures. Look at that.
Yeah, yeah. Where's that at?
That's the weigh-in station. So that boat dock that you see there, that's the crew dock for, I believe, Bucknell.
Okay.
So they have all their stuff there. They used to have it at the Sunbury Boat Club over in Smoking Dam, and they moved everything to the marina to do their rowing out of.
Okay, so that's all them big boats you see where they're always rowing, all the team rows.
Yep.
I take it that's just a big live well for it when you're doing the weigh-ins?
Yep, that's the waiting spot when you come up after you bring your fish out of your live well. You sit them in there. So, like I said, they're constantly in water.
Yeah. Now, are we going to see any of yours on here?
No, you won't see any of mine. Mine didn't go that far.
Okay, let's see if we can get any more. See, I don't know what that one is, if that's part of it.
That's part of it. That there is the lady from 94KX is doing the announcement of the teams bringing their fish in and weighing them.
Okay. I don't know.
I don't know what that one was either.
Yeah, it was on the same thing, and that's why I was wondering what that was. Oh, looks like more pictures from it, right?
Yep, that's the morning. So that was all the bags that they gave out to the boats for the fishermen.
Nice.
So they had 3 packs of lures, shirts, cups, little bags with trinkets and stuff in.
Steve Lowe and Steve Gray. Okay. Oh, it's
There's
starting.
the trailer.
Yeah. Starting to get in it already.
That's awesome.
You
And
said
that was
this
at like 3 a.m. Are you saying that? So that trailer, looking at that trailer, you could tell it was already had a ton of stuff in. That was at 3 a.m. You're saying?
Yep.
Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Okay, getting it ready, getting more stuff in. Good. I know this one had like 60-something pictures, so we'll go.
Okay, I'm fat, so go back to the last picture.
You saw donuts.
I just seen donuts. That's all. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Did you go?
You guys seen fish? I seen donuts. Okay, I just want you to know that. Like I could read that like a book, man.
Looks like they're squaring off for them donuts. It's like, yeah. He's not happy for being up at 3 a.m.
What's all that, Red?
That looks like the registration table where they take your gifts and then you check you in at.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've seen like I've actually hosted a softball tournament this way. So do they have it set up that you pay to register and you give a gift, or is a gift all just by
you pay the fee to get in, and then every angler. So if you have 2 guys on a boat, each guy on a boat gives a gift.
See, I love that. We held a softball tournament like that one time to help out, and
that's actually, if I'm not mistaken, that's us.
Where?
That's our right here. That truck right there.
Nice.
Chris, blow that truck up. Can you blow that up?
I'm doing it. Oh.
Oh no, it's not. I had to look for the big sexy emblem on the windshield.
Nice. And now we know what. Oh man, look at that.
Nerf guns.
Getting stuffed.
I noticed the Barbie. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen the Barbie.
Lord.
Look at that.
You are a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
Yes, I am. I am. We could go dancing.
It would be fantastic. Look at that. You guys got tons there. Rods. All kinds of toys.
I'll tell you what, Red. I'd go as far next year as long as things are doing okay in my house. Maybe we can do a little more than we did next year. We'll even take care of your toys and everything.
Okay, that's appreciated.
What do you think, Chris?
Yeah,
I love stuff like this. I think we can do that. I think we can handle that.
That check there, that's what, $5,242 they raised.
Yep. Nice.
That's awesome. I'd love to have them people on the show, just so you know. I would love to have them on.
I like that picture.
That's a cool picture. Look at all the boats, and that's not even half of them.
How many were there?
I think there was 49 boats.
Wow.
Oh, trust me, that part of the river went right before we took off. It was a parking lot because a lot of us, we just went out and sat out in the middle of the water, threw anchor, and that's where we waited for a good hour.
Oh, get out. Get out.
So you figure we put the boat in, by the time we got in the water, it was 4:30. And then once we got in the water, we were there till we took off at like 6:30.
Huh.
But I am glad we got in when we did, because closer to the end, it just got packed.
Yeah, I can imagine. We saw those, so we were there. Okay, let's get to new ones. Oh, that was a new one, but it was just a different angle of. Now that's pretty cool.
That's an awesome picture, honestly.
Had to be hard to see.
It was.
Anybody bump?
No. Even like when they had you, they call it a blast off. So when we would go to take off, we'd run to the point of the island and we'd wait for them to flag us.
Mm-hmm.
jump on it and get going. I mean, we went and fished the North Branch, so we ran the Nori side up to Danville about halfway, and I think there was 6 boats that went that way.
Okay.
It was nice, like everybody knows where they're going and knows the river pretty well. So, and then with the fog, we were able to keep our distance and see which way everybody went just by the way the water was running.
Yeah.
Now, when you say flag, what did the flag? I've never been in a bass tournament. I've done a lot of fishing. I've been on boats. You said they flagged you. What? So is it like a racing flag?
They would just wave you out. Like you'd go up and almost, if you were racing a car, it'd be like a rolling start. So you're just fully going, and then once they give you the okay, you just jump on it.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. More
I
shots.
bet you that's exciting.
And they had some good food too. Big Mambo's brought in some Cubans and macaroni and cheese and fruit smoothies for us.
Oh, nice. Dude, now you made me want to join the tournament. I told you I'm fat. You can't talk food.
Hey,
Look at that one.
couple boats.
I love that picture. Honestly, that's a cool picture.
Ren, point yourself out in this one.
Somewhere out in the middle, right around that area.
Yeah.
He's the guy to the center, but the left.
Yep.
He has the curly, straight, long brown hair
Can't miss
with the long sleeve tank top.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one.
Hey, there we go.
There's some good fish right there. And that wasn't even, I think they were like the 3rd or 4th place team.
Now, you know them guys?
I remember that picture.
They're of Montadon Bass Club, it says.
Montandan. So you blow that up. And
yeah, you're right. They got 4th place.
What was the weight on it? 17 1/4 pounds.
Yeah.
Dude, those are some big bass.
And that's 4th place.
So you blow that picture up, you'll see part of Big Team Sexy in the back there.
Over here?
Yep. Guy in the white.
I see his hat.
Uh-huh.
I see that hat right there, fellas.
Yep.
See?
So
Woohoo!
guy to my left there in the green,
Yeah.
that's Dwayne Faust. That's the guy I said about getting him, having you message him to get him on.
Yeah.
I talked to him and he said, all you got to do, just if you shoot him a message, I told him you'd send it to him through Facebook.
And give me his name again. I'll make sure I write it down so I make sure I have it spelled right. What is the
Dwayne Faust?
Faust is said before, right?
I believe.
All right.
Nice.
He's reeling in the adventures on Instagram. That guy fishes every chance he gets.
Real Indian Adventures.
Reel in the adventures.
Real
Indian Adventures. Gotcha.
Yeah, you'll have to remind me and send me his name again, Pops. My brain is fogged today. Not from the good stuff either. From
It's Monday.
yeah. Oh, there's more dumping down.
Wait, is that a fish actually going into the water there?
Yep. Tell me you don't want to just jump on a bigger version of that.
That would be fun.
Right?
I'm not gonna lie. We need to do something like that. We need to shoot. Hey, look at that picture.
Yeah. I got rubbing.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that does look like definitely a parking lot sitting there. We didn't lose him, did we?
No, I'm
No,
there.
yeah.
Okay, good. I want to make sure I don't want to miss.
Couldn't you drive by and pull their boat plugs or anything to get yourself out there a little quicker?
All's fair in love and war.
This is fishing, man. Sometimes you got to take a chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, what were the other prizes besides the trophies here?
They had trophies. They had tackle boxes for some of the door prizes and stuff like that. Lures. I know they had like marine batteries and like boat parts that were getting raffled off.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I still like the fog pics.
Yeah, I gotta agree. The boats on the water with the fog are pretty cool looking.
Yeah, I don't know why they're just my probably because I like the scary stuff, the horror stuff, and it's like that. More weighing. Okay. Now, how did they weigh them? Now, again, keep in mind I never did any of that before.
So they pull them out and they put them on they have a basket that's zeroed out on a scale.
Right.
So then they pull them out of their wet bags and then they sit them in the basket, cover it up so they don't jump all over the place.
Yeah.
And then if they do flop around, they wait till they stop so they get an accurate weight. And then if you bring a dead fish in, it's a 1/4 pound deduction.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's actually a lot. That's a game breaker.
Yeah.
Now, does a lot of people bring in dead fish?
I think when I was sitting there watching the weigh-ins, I think I saw maybe 6 dead fish.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
wow.
I don't know what they do with them. Either you take them home or they put them in a bucket because you can't throw dead fish back into the river, obviously.
Right.
So I'm not 100% sure what they do with them. Those are some lunker fish right there. Those were about 3.5 pounds a piece.
Oh, wow.
Those 2 guys there are the ones that won the lunker for walleye.
Oh, and those are the guys you know, one of them?
Yep, that's Ricky Alvarez there on the left in the blue, and that's Danny Barnhart.
Looks like Southside Bait and Tackle.
Yeah.
If you want to get a hold of them.
Yeah, that's cool.
More grub.
The ironic thing was they were literally fishing about 300 yards away from us on the other side of the island.
Oh.
Dude, that's a heartbreak.
Wait, I can't show Ben those pictures.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, don't. I'll bite the screen.
Oh, it was delicious. Nice and creamy mac and cheese. Good tasting Cuban.
Now, did that come with your entry, or did you have to buy that?
That came with our entry.
Okay.
Nice.
And those Cubans were award-winning Cubans too, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, I'm kind of depressed. I'm kind of bummed. Okay. You were doing this for the Marines, and they didn't give you MREs. See, that should have been your meal.
I had them back in high school. I don't want to eat them again.
You're still getting rid of them, huh?
Well, they wouldn't even let us heat them up. We had to eat them cold.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I like the ones with the heaters.
That's what the sun's for, fellas.
They took the heaters away from us because we used to put them in our soda bottles and then throw them, and they make a real loud bang.
Any picture you put an American flag in is a good picture to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. So
Gotta hide that evidence.
I'm digging that.
Yeah, we got to get them on here to talk about the tournaments too and stuff. Okay. More weigh-in station. I want to see the winners because they had a bunch of pictures on here. So
Yeah.
what's that?
That's the winner for the lunker walleye.
There you go.
Now, not to get off subject, but you guys ever eat walleye?
I don't eat fish.
Oh my God! Listen, I would have gave him that check back. I took that fish out to my car and I would have filleted it and ate it. I'm just telling
Really?
you, that's how good they are.
Huh. No, I think no. Oh, now we're back to the beginning. All right. Well, they didn't show the winners. That's a bummer. Let's see if we can't get a shot of the winners. Whooping bass. Nice.
But yeah, Ben, if you get on, shoot them a message, Melting Pot Lures on Facebook.
Okay.
Okay.
Takes him a while to write. He has to get the crayons out. And
It's bad. I get my helmet and stuff.
sometimes it gets stuck.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was in the middle of writing your whooping bass custom lures. I like that. I like that theory. I wrote that down. So what was the name of the other one, Ren?
Melting Pot Lures.
Belt pot.
Melt with an M.
Man, I can't hear or read. I'm good.
They are 1,000.
Now they are who hosted that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I want to make sure. I want to make sure I put like 9 lines under that so I remember they hosted it. You know, Ren, I can't even use my desk most days. If my camera sat on my desk, you'd laugh. I have notebooks piled. I literally have. I mean, I have a machine to print shirts on one side, but I got a pretty big desk. I got my microphone, my keyboard, then I have this big, huge pile of paper for me writing notes and things with me and Chris and back and forth. It's pretty rough.
So I wanted to ask, you were up there with the Toys for Tots thing. Do you know how often they do that a year? Is it a once a year thing?
I think it's a once a year thing.
Okay. Do they do anything in the fall? Because I know it's around here they have a squirrel hunt.
That I don't think they do in the fall. That because you figure after Labor Day weekend,
yeah,
we'll start losing water because they'll drop the bags. So this year we were cut short. We were lucky to get water when we did.
Well, the bags were under construction for.
Yeah, they redid they had to fix the number 6 bag on the fiber dam. So we didn't have Lake Augusta till literally a week and a half before the tournament.
What do you mean bags?
We have an inflatable dam right at the center of Sunbury. So they'll fill them with air and then it blows up like a balloon pretty much the whole way across from Sunbury to Shamokin Dam. And then that creates Lake Augusta in the summer months.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Some of the guys I talked to, they fished in a tournament the week before, and they said we were just getting running starts and skipping across rocks just to get to other spots. It was that low.
Wow, that's really when you need a jet motor or a jet stream motor. Otherwise, you beat the tar out of your prop. Do you guys run the jet motor, or do you guys run the prop motor?
Jet motor.
Yeah, that's the only way to go, honestly.
Yeah.
Can you guys? So let me ask something. That boat you guys have, can you bow fish out of that boat?
Not yet. Not yet. It's in the works.
Ren, I have revenge on some fish I'd like to go take care of. So
you better start practicing. I saw some of them videos.
I'm telling you that I have a lot of revenge, and I'll tell you that I don't know if there's any amount of practice I can do to hit those fish.
Yeah.
Dave is ridiculous. That man is sick. First fish that swims out of the log, right in the head. I'm like, are you serious? Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought, oh, this ain't so bad. That was easy, right?
Yeah.
For Dave, it was easy. As water changes, you got to change your aim. So you're aiming about 1.5 feet, about 18 inches under what you're shooting. And every time the water changes, it changes a few inches.
Yeah.
So I just start getting close. You can hear in the video, he'd be like, oh, you just missed that one. And then we'd add a foot of water, and I'd be like, whoop, that's gone.
But no, when we were getting ready for the bass tournament, we were just batting ideas around how to get lights and mount them. Because I don't know if he wants to mount right to the top of his boat. So we're trying to come up with ways to make like a removable lighting system just for that.
I've seen poles. Not to interrupt you. I've seen pole setups where they put a big pole up. You put basically a screw on. You tighten it, holds a pole. Once you get where you want to go, because you just run your trolling motor.
Yeah.
So I've seen setups where they just have basically a welded bracket, a fastened bracket. You put the pole in, tighten it, and you hang your lights off the edges where you want to fish. But now this guy we went with that took us out. I've never been part of that. I've just seen it. And this guy that took us out, this Tad McKinney, he's got outrigger lights everywhere. I don't know if did you watch the YouTube video I just posted a half hour ago?
You got a chance to watch that one yet?
Watch the very beginning. So them guys are looking to try to get some sponsors. Watch his light setup. I showed the whole boat setup so everybody could see what we were out on and what it was. I'll tell you, that was pretty neat, man. There you go. Look, Barnes is speaking. I told you he's watching.
That's what we thought about, is just making a raised deck off the front. I even said about taking those LED light strips, and putting on around the outside, and then run them down, because you only need 12 volts to run them, and they're simple. And if you bang one up or whatever, they're easy to fix.
Well, these outrigger lights mount if you put a deck on, they mount to your deck and face on an angle to the thing. It's awesome. And I promise you that you'll when you first see this and his setup, you're gonna be like, holy shit. That's really how it is. Like when I seen it, I was like, man, that's awesome. So it's expensive. I think he said the outrigger light setup was $1,500. I don't know if you gotta get that crazy. But so he has 6 lights in the front, and you basically are standing up over the lights, you know what I mean? Just watching as it goes through the water. And if you have never done it, have you ever done it? Dude,
No.
oh my God, if you have never done this, I would recommend this to anybody in the universe. If you never hunted or fished, I would recommend it. Because, I mean, it's a laughter. If I put you all the video footage, I have 5 hours myself. Dave had 5 hours himself. I mean, so you can imagine the video footage that we got, and literally the shots you see in that video I posted aren't even close to the amount of shots we took. I just gave some of the better angles and the better shots.
Yeah.
I mean, it's or like if you could see the fish really good, I use that shot. And I'm at 34 minutes. I try to keep a video around 25. But there was just so much good stuff I couldn't let out. Like you could see a snapper turtle this big laying in the water at one point. You could see big muskie laying along the bank with them lights. You could watch all the muskies. Man, if I ever did it again, I'd have a bass rod with a plug on. And when we hit that deep water, man, I'd be whoop, just waiting for them babies to come up and waylay some.
Where did you guys go catfishing at? Were you down at the PP&L Dam?
I don't know. It's Dave's spot. I don't know where we were. Dave goes. I really don't know.
It looked like where it looked like you guys were at the other night.
Well, I don't know if you've seen the pictures. You know Bill Runkle.
Yeah.
So Bill's 6'3", and he's holding that catfish about here. Dave, you put Dave's comment up. You just see that? And
I guess I was right.
yeah, and Bill's holding that catfish like this, and that tail almost touched the ground. And Bill's 6'3".
Oh, I think I saw that picture.
Oh my God, we caught monsters. I mean, Dave and I didn't do as well as we usually go down and kill them. And so I think we left at 1, and they were hooked. Them guys, they each caught their first flathead ever of the night while we were with, and they were hooked. They wouldn't leave. I think they left at like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. They ran out of sunfish. It was ridiculous.
That's a good spot to go bass fishing, musk fishing, walleye fishing. When I was younger, you used to go down there, and you knew it was a good time fishing when you go down and you'd see all the socks laying on top of alongside the dam.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they'd take their shoes off and let them there and walk out across the dam in their socks so they had traction.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
They'd take their socks off and just let them lay there, and they'd leave. So the amount of socks that were there when you got there, you knew there was a bunch of people fishing, and it was good fishing.
Okay, that at least makes sense.
But yeah, we used to walk when I was younger. I haven't been down there in a couple of years, but we used to walk from the Sunbury side all the way over to the Smoking Dam side.
Oh, wow.
And that Smoking Dam side, the size of the bass down there, because when PP&L's coal-powered plant was there, that was their intake and their outtake. So the water was constantly hot. And you'd have fish. You could go down there and throw a bare hook and catch fish.
Holy crap. I know last year we went there and I seen bass. I'll bet you 8-10 pound bass jumping out of the water in front of us.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, holy crap, look at the size of those fish. I mean, and Dave, he's been there 1,000 times, you know what I mean? Dave's like, oh yeah, that's cool. And there's me. I mean, I'm ecstatic, you know.
But yeah, that stretch there below that dam all the way down to Shady Nook and the Isle of Q and Selinsgrove, that's good musky waters down there.
Never caught a muskie. I caught one muskie, 21 inches on a super frog, but I want one.
Never caught one in my life.
So you said you guys caught some fish that were not what we were after. What did you catch?
I caught some fall fish.
Where'd Chris go?
I don't know where he went.
Disappeared.
Yeah.
Harry Houdini.
I got the phone going and the computer going, so I'm trying to watch both of them at the same time. But no, fall fish is almost like a white fish,
Oh, okay.
like a real small version of a carp, really.
I got you.
Bottom feeder, and that was like his first cast when he threw in, and he small bass. He caught, believe it or not, he caught 2 bluegill out of the river.
Really, on that shad dart?
No, he caught that on a crankbait,
Holy moly!
and they were just little guys. But we had a nice little
Senko.
morning, so
Dave put Senkos in the comments. Senkos.
I didn't throw any Senkos.
That is Ren Senko.
But no, I caught a fish every place we went except for the West Branch. That was the only
Really?
Yep, the only place I didn't catch a fish. And it was one of the spots we had marked because the last time we were out, I was catching probably 2-3 pound fish. And I couldn't catch a fish at all.
Now you think a lot of that, Ren, was because people were out testing the waters for 2 weeks there, and
It was, you figure our water temperature was like 84 to 86 degrees all day.
really?
Then we went hot, cold, and then it went right to humid. And then you figure the amount of boat traffic. It
I
was
almost spit my drink out. Did you just see Dave's comment? And he ain't lying.
a shit ton of bass in the West Branch.
I mean, listen,
Oh yeah,
Ren, they were like this. They were monsters. We almost shot a couple thinking they were carp. Like we drew the bow back and was like, "Oh my god!" and we had to put it down.
where our first spot when we went fishing in the morning, I was looking at fish 20 plus inches. Some nice big smally bass, and they wouldn't bite a thing.
So you could see them in the water.
Oh, the water was crystal clear. But,
I haven't been out in a boat fishing in years now. Boat fishing, but I mean,
Right.
out catching bass, and I'd love to get back out and do it. I'll tell you, it's a lot of fun.
And then every single fish that I caught in the morning, believe it or not, they were swimming with a school of catfish. Every fish.
Really?
Yep.
Boy, that's kind of weird.
That's what I thought. But I threw everything from topwater frogs to poppers to little bit, like just little swim baits, crankbait, spinners. I even went old school and threw a spoon on at one
Wow.
point, trying to get something to bite. And
I tried a fork once. They wouldn't hit that either.
ended up going back to that first little shad bait, and boom, they hit it.
Wow. Chris, where'd you go? Did you have to poop or what?
I put a message in the back. I'm like, I got to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And I'm like,
Oh, I never seen
all
it.
I hear is, "Where's everybody going?" I'm like, David, I've got to pee. You
I was trying to yell real loud. Are you dropping a deuce?
But no, I wanted to ask. You went to this tournament. Did you go? I see. There's a ton of different tournaments in PA. Did you go to other ones?
This was actually my first one.
Oh, nice.
So
How'd you do?
that was enjoyable, and we did good. I mean, we talked about it back in, I believe it was April. We went up north and fished Big Pine up Slate Run for Seth's birthday weekend. And I said about it, I said I'd like to at least get into one bass tournament to try it and see if I liked it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even a week after we got back, and he's sending me all the information. So I filled it out, and that's where we went.
What is Barnesy saying? Not to change the subject, but Sid played awesome school ball this year, Ren. Didn't get to see you at all. It's because he graduated years ago. You're not going to see him in school ball anymore.
Yeah, and he's not playing girls softball, Dave.
He was held back like 6 years.
But the whole season I was in the dugout. I had the ability to be on the coaching staff this year for Shikellamy. So a lot of my time was spent in the dugout and fixing everything things broke and maintaining the field for the girls so they had good practice areas.
So I guess the question is, Ren, would you do it again?
Absolutely.
In a heartbeat, huh?
Yep.
I'll tell you that I was tickled. I was absolutely tickled. I didn't even call and talk to Chris. When you got a hold of me, I was like, we're sponsoring it. We got it. It's us. Then I called Chris after I agreed. I said, Chris, I'll pay for it all. We're doing this. And Chris is like, oh, no. I said, oh, no, this one's on me. I said, you do enough for Big Sexy Outdoors. This one's on me. And this is us. We're doing this. And we laughed, chuckled a little bit. And he's like, you going to be able to do the shirts and stuff? I said, I got the perfect design. I got this. So I was, I was tickled. Anybody say anything about the back of your shirts?
No, not really, because we weren't around people that much. And when we got back in, I'd switched from the short sleeve to the long sleeve because I didn't want to get burnt.
Huh.
But I've had people ask what Big Sexy Outdoors was, and I'd give them the rundown that what you guys do. And the same thing, I went to Du Bois 2 weeks prior to that and used Big Sexy Outdoors in a big Keystone Elk Alliance golf tournament.
Yeah, your photo won one of our cover photo contests. Got a ton of likes.
We were up there. That was from a distillery right up there outside of Benezet, right around St. Mary's. So
yeah.
they had moonshine there at the one hole, and that was a good time too. I mean, we didn't win like we wanted to, but we didn't come home empty-handed. I ended up winning a rangefinder on a $10 Plinko chip at the end of the tournament. The new guy that came with us this year, he won the longest putt. So he hit $100 on the one hole. And my brother-in-law and my buddy, who originally started going to this tournament with me, they hit the first hole. We played a Vegas hole. So they hit and won some money right off the bat.
Nice.
So that's something we started that 3 years ago. It was me and my buddy and my brother-in-law and my father-in-law. And then they canceled it because of COVID and went to have it the next year. My father-in-law passed away. So we had to get another person. We got into the tournament and I called up because they never cashed a check. And they said, oh, you guys were the only ones that got in it. Come to find out they had another big money tournament the same day. So we ended up golfing closer. And then so every year we try to do that one big tournament up that way for Keystone Elk Alliance with the same people. And we have to bring a new guy on. We bring a new guy on and replace for my father-in-law. He absolutely loved it when he went up with us. So,
well, it's good tradition to keep alive, especially if he's gone now.
Yeah, I mean, it's a blast. This year we stayed up there.
That's because you had moonshine at the holes. I had to stay there.
The first year we went up, we left Sunbury at like 4 a.m. to be up there and registered for 8 o'clock for 9 o'clock tee time.
Wow.
And we golfed all day and went to dinner. And then we actually we beat feet back. I think we got home at like 11, 12 o'clock.
Wow.
But yeah, that's the largest herd of elk in Pennsylvania right there.
Really?
Yep. If you ever get a chance to go up there, go up there.
Yeah, I would like, I always say I'm going to go up there. I was invited up there this year to a softball tournament, actually. And they wanted my daughter to come pick up, and I couldn't go. We were registered to play somewhere else, so I'd have jumped on that one.
Yeah.
The end of September into October, right before archery season starts, is probably one of the best times to go up and catch the rut. It's insane. We went up.
Do you think they'll believe it's a deer?
No.
Darn it.
And like some of them, when my wife and I went up for our anniversary and my birthday the one year, we got there, we stayed at a bed and breakfast right next to the visitors, right down the road from the visitor center, and actually had a lookout spot for elk. So they'd walk right up to our bed and breakfast, walk through the yard. We'd go out, we'd hear them bugling in the middle of the night, go out and look, and there'd be 60, 70 elk bedded down right across the road from us.
I got to go check that out. I'd love to see that.
The first day we got there, we checked in and everything and walked over to the viewing center, and we're standing there. Next thing you know, here comes a calf elk right down within feet of me and the wife. And then the mom came right after it, just walked right down through the group of people. But
Now, are they pretty mellow?
for the most part, yeah. I mean, you'll catch them if you get up there at the right time. You'll catch them fighting, and you know when what the big boys are, and the little guys come trolling in and trying to steal their ladies, and they get a little agitated. But
Hey, I feel that. I feel that, Ren. You know what I mean? I'm the same way.
it's to see them on TV and to hear them on TV, to actually be within 20, 30 yards of an 8x8 just bugling his heart out. It's a completely different feeling. Like you'll get goosebumps, your hair will stand up on the back of your neck. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. Somewhere I have video. I was at night just listening to the coyotes yipping down in the hollow, and then all of a sudden you just start hearing bugles going from mountaintop to mountaintop. I mean,
Wow.
it's an experience.
Well, that's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. Chris, we got to check that out.
If you're looking for a good day trip, it's a 2.5 hour ride up 80, and 81, and it's absolute. It's once you get up there, the scenery is unreal.
That'd be a heck of a video day.
Yeah, we'd have to take cameras and go for a drive, but I think we can make that work. I think I can live with that.
And if you get on their website, you can actually book a wagon tour.
Yeah.
And ride around the visitor center grounds on a tractor pulled wagon, and they'll take you right out to, if there's any elk out there, they'll take you right up to towards the herd. And
now,
what was that, Chris?
Would they get upset if you ride one?
I'm sure. I wouldn't want to ride one.
I tried to ride an alligator this weekend. I couldn't get it to drink the Everclear.
Hey, funny story. You go up there, going over the mountain to St. Mary's. There's a guy that has like 30 alligators in a building up there.
Pops, if you're still on, bring the Everclear.
The last time we were up there, we were driving towards St. Mary's to head to the one brewery over on the other side of the mountain, and we saw it, and I'm like, why not? You're in the middle of the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah.
And live alligators. So we went in, the dude took us in. We were in the alligator room with the alligators, and then showed us all his other exotic animals, and he had a petting zoo in the back, and it was different.
Pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
I told Chris he's seen an alligator this week when he was out Laughing Rogue and Big Sexy Outdoors at this convention. And he said, man, I see an alligator right outside. I said, man, I would have loved that. I would have thought that was awesome.
You were what, in Georgia?
Yeah, I was down in Savannah. Yeah, me and Pops.
I bet you that was warm.
Yeah, it was a little humid. I mean, you know, if Doc's ever watching this, it was cold down there. I mean, I never felt a thing because he's always bragging about how hot it is down in Georgia. PA's worse.
Yeah. And it's only going to get worse here the rest of this week, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I see they have private events you can do up there, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Like they even 2 weeks ago, I think it was 3 weeks. I want to say the 17th of July, they did a ladies' day out, and they set up a thing where you can go in. The ladies go in and they pick a couple different events, from fly fishing to archery shoots to identifying wild plants and out in nature. I mean, they got a pile load of stuff, and one of the event ladies actually lives right up the road from us here.
Okay, so just a question. Do I look like a lady? Could I try to fit in there? I probably have a better chance after the way I just bow fished.
Song says, dude looks like a lady.
Yeah. These days, all you got to do is say it.
Yes, I stand a chance. But
All right.
I don't know if you guys see that, but we've been on here an hour.
Yeah.
And honestly, time flew. I didn't even know we were on an hour. I just happened to peek up to see where we were.
Yeah, I'm not even. Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention.
Well, I just happened to see the red, like the one number change, and it caught my view, and I was like, "Holy moly!"
Mm-hmm.
That's a good show when you're on an hour and don't know you're on an hour.
Heck yeah. All right. Well then.
So we hit. Yeah, I don't know what made me look, so I apologize. I should just ignored it. But we try to keep the show within an hour. It doesn't always work, but we try. And Ren, before we let you go, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for always participating and being part. And not only that, for you go to these golf tournaments and you use Big Sexy Outdoors, and you don't have to do that for us. That's something you do, and we absolutely love you for it. And I really think we need to get you part of the team. We need to get you part of the. We need to get you a camera. We need to get you involved. I think you'll have a great time. Couple things quick for you before we go. We want to come up with a trout fishing tournament. So maybe you can get some of your boys to help us out. We want to come up with something there. Yeah. Now, we talked trout fishing, but we also discussed maybe just going somewhere where they're already stocked, setting up a canopy and a tent at Big Sexy Outdoors, and just having a prize day. Makes our life so much simpler. We don't have to raise money for the stuff, but still out there. So we considered that. So we could have a meeting on that. Once we got, we gotta get some more guys involved. I know Barnes 622, who is Dave Barnes, has already said he's 100% in and will do whatever he can to be part of what we're doing. We want to do a buck pull. So we want to have a big meeting on that. Chris and I already discussed. I told him you're a great guy. So we'd like to get you in on that. The buck pull is going to have to be a measurement system, and it's something we're going to have to meet about and go over. So I'm trying to pick up donations right now for that. I'm trying to get a donation worth about $100, something cool. So, again, it's not easy to get. That's the worst part of this whole thing is trying to get people who want to donate and participate. Oh, yeah. So buck season's coming. It's something that we have to have almost happen within the week so we can do the contest. If not, of course, I always find a way, and I usually fork it out of my pocket. But I'm hoping to get something cool donated. So we want to have that. We'd like to see you get involved in that with us. And, of course, as always, we'll help you out any way we can with the way you support our name. So share Big Sexy Outdoors like you've been doing, man. It just means the world to us.
Oh, yeah. I try to get every time I run into people, if I'm wearing a hat or the shirt or talking about stuff, I throw your name out there, try to get more people on there. Like I said,
I believe you do. I talked to Roger, and Roger always laughs and says, "You got Ren on board, don't you?" And I was like, "Yep, he's on board." So
I like what you're doing with everything, and it's nice to be a part of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and again, appreciation goes a long way. I mean, I don't think you realize how much we appreciate it. We got the board game coming out. That's going to be a big deal. We got the puzzle coming out. It's going to be a big deal. We have the clothing line coming out. All this stuff, a lot of people don't realize, but all this stuff takes a ton of time. Every time I sit down and work on a clothing line, I'm back on editing a video, and I'm like, Jesus Christmas. So I'm actually working on. Go ahead, Chris.
Before you go, because I can tell you're ready to wrap. What did you forget?
Oh yeah,
we didn't forget anything. Ren's going to pick a photo.
He's got it. Go ahead.
I didn't forget.
Oh, no. I mean, you got.
Hit the like and smash that subscribe button, folks.
Well, that
I love it.
That too, but we also forgot the picture.
I did.
Ren, the picture's on Ren. We didn't get one vote on the side. Oh, wait, we did.
Did we?
Hold on. Yes, we did.
I was drinking, and I don't.
I'll tell you what, Ren. Let's see if you match. We got one over there. I see it, but let's see if you match. What's your vote?
I think I would have to go with the Falls one.
Okay.
Is that Dylan Holub?
Yep. Dustin Holub.
Or Dustin Holub. Dylan's his brother, I believe.
Oh, yeah?
So.
I'm trying to bring him up. There we go. That
Well, it
one,
sounds
right?
to me like that's it.
Did it
I'm
matter?
good. I'm good with Ren making the decision. Chris, you good with that?
I'm fine. Yeah.
Yep. So that's gonna be it's gonna be the contest winner. We'll get that up on the cover page.
Sounds like a
So,
plan.
Lots to come on Big Sexy Outdoors, everybody. Lots to come. Also, Ren, real quick, you're gonna love this. So I spoke with Domain, who creates. Chris and I have been on the email with him. Actually creates a product called Big Sexy. I don't have the photo. Chris might have it. I
I'm
sent it to him.
working on
Oh,
it.
yeah, the throw and grow stuff or whatever.
Yep.
It's kind of that, but this you actually till in and plant. So we're working on them. I actually sent them an email. You know me, I'm just who I am. So I
Yeah.
took a picture of my arms. I sent it to him. I sent him our Big Sexy Outdoors logo. And the guy responded back. This guy is going to get along well with me. He sent back, "Dear Lord, we are going to have a fun time." So I love that. That was huge for me. I was all over. So this is a product. I have 2 guys who have offered to plant this product on their property, so we could test it and see how it works. So I'm ecstatic about that. Dave has and Roger.
I just want to see in the background, like even if it's this gray silhouette, just that. That's what I want to see.
Well, so they have challenged us, Ren, with coming up with an idea to represent their product. So it's definitely, we have a ton of ideas until you put pressure on us. Then I'm like, oh dear God. But so I think that's fantastic. I'm excited about that. I'm actually super excited about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked.
And Chris and I talked about shooting maybe some commercials, a funny commercial, and just some stuff to, try to get it all in. But it's excited. So it's just so people see, and we're talking to you on a one-on-one basis. I want to show you we are growing, and slowly we're making things happen. I don't know if you guys seen this, but we have 10 more likes on our Facebook page just this week. Chris, I might have a lot to do with you out there in Georgia. We just got more subscribers. I think we're at 105.
Yeah, I saw that today when I got
Yep. So we're growing, man. We're growing. And go ahead, Chris.
106 now.
Oh snap!
But yeah, when I was down there and I had the gear on, dude, if she's watching, I got hit on by like 5 chicks because Big Sexy, right? And then I had people standing there and even from down south, they're like, yeah, we like the outdoor stuff. I'm like, check this out. So they would subscribe right there. And then they were saying, we're going to watch it Mondays. So, I mean, hey, if you're here, that's awesome.
Yeah. If you're here, thank you. Thank you for taking the time to talk to Chris and check out the game. And thank you for jumping on and seeing us. But so Dustin Holub, your photo has won.
Yep.
And guys, how about, Ren, we got you on here. We're going to let you be part of this. How about we pick a contest for this week's cover photo? Where do we want to make the title?
Oh,
Right? He always does this to me. And
You like how I just spring that on you guys? I'm going to let you and Chris decide. I'm going to sit here. I'll give my input after you two decide.
All right, so let's see. Outdoorsy stuff.
You just need a title that will produce photos. We want to produce as many photos as possible.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, boys, that sunset contest blew up our page.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
so with that, let's run a flower contest.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Get the women involved.
It's
Yeah.
that time of year where you're going to start seeing a bunch of wildflower fields, sunflower patches.
So you want to name it Show Us That Flower, or do you want to name it more like gardening?
Show us
I
that.
Yeah.
Show Us That Flower?
Yeah.
All right. Contest
There it is.
photo for next week is Show Us That Flower.
I like
Now,
this
someone
one.
may, you should notice, someone may post a bag of flour.
I was going to do that.
And I don't ever vote, but I may vote for that one just because they're a smart ass. But, so there you go, guys. Chris and Ren has picked. We're going to go with Show Us That Flower. I'll get it out there. I'll actually post it, and I'll have it published in the morning. I'll set it up on a time thing.
I'm I'm now seeing Dave putting up pictures of pizza, cake, bread. You tell me he wouldn't do it. Tell me
He would. He would. But, and that's why we do this, though. We want to have fun. So we put it out there. We want to get people involved. We want to have fun doing it. And I don't care. If they put up a bag of flour, kudos to them for having the humor.
Yeah.
But,
All right.
We're at that time. Thank you, Ren. We will be in touch. We will definitely be more involved. Tell Seth thank you as well. If he's watching, make sure he knows we appreciate him just as much.
Will do. Thanks and for everything you guys do for us. You know what I mean?
We
Thanks,
have fun.
man.
Glad to
Hey,
have
God bless. Have a great night, everyone.
you. We'll see you.
Yeah.